What is art? Art as a whole comes in many different forms, from music and dance to drawing and painting, as well as theater and film, creative writing, and many more. Art is everywhere all the time. Art is in the rhythm of raindrops on a rainy day. It is in the colors of the sky at dawn. We breathe art. Without it, the world would be bland and colorless. There is a question, though, that I have pondered on for a while. What is it that makes these things art? Hi, this is Ashley McKay, and welcome back to another episode of The Art Gallery. Art is a very subjective form of expression. It is often argued over what makes something good art. This particular topic has been debated over for centuries. For example, one of the most controversial artworks in history is Duchamp's Fountain, 1917. This was a public piece of artwork made by Marcel Duchamp in which he simply wrote his name on a urinal and displayed it. People refused to accept the urinal art as a piece of public art, and it was overall a controversial subject at the time. Many other examples of popular artworks historically excluded in the art community are Andy Warhol's Campbell Soup Can's 1962, Tracey Emin's piece called My Bed displayed in a gallery, and even many of Picasso's paintings, along with other abstract expressionists. Today, hyperrealism is also often considered fake art, and simply copying off of a photograph. So, what is it that makes good art? And why can it be argued that these artworks are not just mediocre or unoriginal? I talked to my aunt, Janet Alcayaga, who is a music teacher and a vocal instructor here in Pearland. She has a master's degree in vocal performance and a bachelor's degree in music and vocal performance as well. I wanted to get better insight to the musical world of art, rather than just focusing on the aspect of visual art. She had a lot to say about what makes something good art in both the performing and visual world.
If you don't reach the audience, then to me, you're not doing your job as an artist. When you do a painting and someone sees it, it evokes something in them, that's the best art for me.
So would you say the artist's interpretation or the viewer's interpretation is more important, or do you think it should be equal?
I think it has to be equal because the artist should be free to portray whatever emotion they want into their art. So I may sing a song and I feel a certain way when I'm singing it, and somebody hears it and doesn't feel the same way that I do. I want them to feel the way that I do. But if they feel a different way, I think that's okay, because the whole point to me is that it brings something out of them.
Yeah. It is also often debated over whether art should be competed over or not. Art is very subjective, and it is said that if it is being judged, it is being rated on objective standards, depersonalizing the artwork. I have been a part of many art competitions and acting tournaments, and many stressful auditions. It is a very iffy process, though. If you lose, you may be humbled, or you will tear yourself down and lower your self-esteem. If you win, you may feel more confident in yourself, or you'll become conceited and expect to win every time. It can either ruin the fun or stimulate more energy and excitement in the art. Art, to me, personally, is a form of expression and outlet for emotion. It is my way to de-stress as well as to stimulate my creativity and imagination. Ever since I was little, I was interested in the arts. I tried and quit so many extracurriculars, sports, and clubs for years, but the two things that always stuck with me were art and theater. I am now participating in art classes, choir class, and theater after school. I don't know where I'd be without art. Like my aunt told me, it's like air. I need it. So what makes good art? What is art subjectively? How can we differentiate between a form of expression and mere laziness? Can art be fairly judged and competed over? It is all up to your interpretation, dear viewer. These are good questions to ask yourself and ponder about the next time you are walking through a gallery or art museum. While you're at it, I hope you feel inspired to create your own artwork. Remember, it doesn't just come in one form. Whether it be through writing, painting, singing, or even just talking, artful expression is healthy and good for society. Just let your emotions run free, and your art will portray that, connecting others around you who view it. Thanks for listening to this week's episode on The Art Gallery. This is Ashley McKay, and don't forget to tune in next week for an episode on fashion through history. Stay creative, y'all.